Hi everybody, Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation and we're an emerging nation, even though we've been around for a little over 5 years, putting in solid foundations to be here for many generations to come. We are now expanding our economy and that'll hopefully improve the liquidity and value of our currency, benefiting all our citizens because they all hold our currency. They are given our currency free every month and anybody can become a citizen. There's no fee, no obligation. Come along, register and you're in. That's all there is to it. We're also a non-separatist organisation. That means we don't put people in groups based on where they come from, what they look like, what the gender is or anything else. We simply see everybody as a human being, part of one big family of humanity, all linked together, all individually unique, all having something unique to offer our community, all of equal value to our community. We have a little affirmation in a moment that helps us with that ideology. But before that, we have a very short prayer to help us find what everybody seeks in life, happiness. Not short-term pleasure that you get from paying off your credit cards and going on the world cruise that you've dreamed of or whatever else you may have in your mind, but an ever new joy that is always with you. It keeps you calm, it keeps you level. Yeah, you'll still have heights of pleasure and you'll still have sometimes sadness in your life. But underneath it all, you will have a calmness and a happiness, a joy of just knowing that everything is working for you. But you can't buy that. The only way you can get it is through loving service to others. And part of that, knowing that everything working for you, is that the more service you offer to the more people, the more you'll find everything that you want and need in life is attracted to you and start chasing you instead of you having to chase after money to pay your bills and, you know, all those trials of life. It'll all start working out for you. So that's what our little prayer is about. We'll get started with that in a second, but let me welcome you, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching the recording. A lot of people watch the recordings because 7 p.m. London time isn't convenient for everybody. And that's why they're all recorded. You'll find them in YouTube and in the Facebook group We Share Abundance publicly, going all the way back to day one. It's advantageous if you can make it live because you can get in the chat and you can let people know where you're from and interact with people. And of course, you can also ask any questions that you may have, and we'll do our best to answer them for you. So with that said, let's get started with that little prayer and the affirmation, and then we'll get on to the business of the day. We'll let you know what's been going on and where we're going. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love. And through that love, bless each member that they may find the joy of service. And through service, attract true happiness in everything they want and need into their life. Amen. Our little affirmation: we're so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind and soul of thy world. Okay, well, you can see we've got a couple of people here in our link. It's an advantage to be in our link because if English isn't your best language, or you can't understand what I say because of my accent or whatever, you can get it in text in pretty much well, not any language, but a lot of different languages. It'll convert it to automatically for you if you are in the app. Also, if I put anything in the message in the app, it only goes to people in the app. We are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, and the comments there come through into our chat here. So everybody in here can see the comments, I think. But if we put stuff in the message from the app, it doesn't get out onto those other platforms. But we have Lewis in from Lisbon in Portugal. Maya is in from Hampshire. I always say the southeast of England because I'm in the southwest, but Hampshire is probably central actually. It's right in the middle of the east coast and the west coast, I think, probably. Anyway, we got Eric in as well from Quebec in Canada. And we've got a few people here putting in the chat from YouTube. We've got Deborah in from Southern Alabama, USA. Ramachandra from Watford in England. Kim from Ireland, Cork in Ireland. Sam from Nigeria. Don from Vancouver Island in Canada. We've got Bozina in from Edinburgh in Scotland. Nankiep in from Nigeria. Another Bozina in from Slovenia. Pierre from South Africa. And yeah, Maya's agreeing with me that it's not really southeast England, it's pretty central. So I must be right in Hampshire. I thought I was, but I wasn't quite certain. I knew it was not southwest anyway, let's put it that way. Okay. Right. What have we been up to today? Well, Vishal has been working, as he has, on getting the text ads, the banner ads, and everything sorted out for the ShareHope site. There is something that I've asked him to check into because I noticed that when people have paid $130 for a year and then their membership is activated, it deducts $12 from that $130. And if that goes on for 10 months, there won't be enough money left in. So there's something got to be done there, I think, in the programming to correct that. It may be that he's got it built in some other way. So I've left a message for him because he'd already finished by the time I realized that was happening. There's also been a bit of a bug if you're trying to pay with now payments. It works apparently in Safari. I've not tested it in Safari, but it doesn't work in Edge or Chrome or Firefox. And we have now located the bug, but we've not fixed it. But it shouldn't take long to fix. Now we've got it sorted. Now we know what it is. And that will be remedied tomorrow. Devyani, once again, has been pretty much working on issues, you know, that things that are not working correctly, basically. Some of them may seem little small things, but sometimes they take a long time. And sometimes they may seem big things and we can correct them quickly. But hopefully we'll get all that sorted out and we'll get Devyani back on to sorting out the Success Blueprint site so that it is more easily navigated. And there's a lot of stuff in the admin area there as well, which is being worked on that we need. Ram seems to have disappeared. I know he was a bit miffed because all the work he'd done on the recruitment tool got wiped out when we lost the website. Now we were able to rebuild the site, but we didn't have any backup of it at all, of the WordPress site or the applications in there or anything. So I'm hoping he's okay and he will get back and he'll get that sorted. We do have another avenue that I can pursue for that, maybe even more than one, but you can use the information we've got in the We Share Abundance help page, and that should help you generate interest, and from generating interest, some of the people will register. And of the people that register, some will get involved and some won't. Sometimes it takes quite a while for people to get involved. They are in for a long time and they don't really do anything and they're not quite sure what's going on. And then all of a sudden something lights their fire and off they go. So it's never a lost cause. It's the same when you're building a list. You build a list and gradually it grows in size. People get upset when people unsubscribe. You shouldn't get upset when people unsubscribe, because if what you are sending out is of no interest to them, you don't want them on your list. Because the more people you have on the list, the more you pay. So you only want people that are interested in what you send out. So people that unsubscribe is a blessing rather than a problem. But gradually you build your list, and there can be some people that'll be on that list and they'll open an email here and there and maybe not open them for a while, and then they'll open a couple more. And once again, you'll find, boom, all of a sudden somebody says, yeah, I've been following you for a long time, but I'm going to get involved. The time is right for me now. Because that happens, people pursuing something and it's not really that important to them, but they're interested in what's going on, making money online. Is it really happen? They're checking things out, but they're comfortable in a way. And then all of a sudden, maybe they lose their job, or they get a redundancy notice that they're going to lose their job, or they're approaching retirement age and they think, well, I've not really got enough money to enjoy myself in retirement. Whatever it is, sometimes just something flicks a switch and they change. So you've just got to pursue things, and you've got to ignore the ignorant. You'll always get the ignorant people who subscribe to your list and then have a bad day and swear at you, and it just happens. Okay, so it's patience in getting there. I see we've got Richard in from Devon as well, and I think we've got a couple of questions here. Have we got more people in that I've not mentioned? Yeah, we've got David in from South Africa, Derek from Wado City, Nigeria, Sam from Nigeria. We have no money at the moment, Sam, for nest eggs. It is our priority when we have some. You could always help us generate income and generate some for yourself at the same time by promoting our offers. Okay, we've got Eric. Quick question. In the Sharehope plan, if it says 12 consecutive months, it means people don't have to pay anymore if they don't make enough to pay their subscriptions. Has it be covered by the site? Yeah, if they've got 12 consecutive months, it means that if they don't have at least $12 a month, we make it up to $12 a month until they've got over $12 a month, and then that's it. Yeah, so they don't have to put their hand in their pocket. Yeah, it'll be taken care of. David, I agree with you there. It was the same thing with me, but I made a decision to learn and fight to understand everything. So I believe it's our responsibility to put effort in learning. Yeah. Learning is important. Learning is growth. And you either grow or you decline. Putting it really bluntly, if you're not growing, you're dying. So you want to be growing all the time. That way you can die young at an old age. And that is my plan. Okay. Now, it is important to learn, but it's also important that you put action into doing something that is income related while you're learning. So the first thing you learn should be, what do I need to do to make money? And the very simple answer to that is you share your link with people and you give them a reason to click your link. Now that reason will vary depending on who you are and who you're communicating with. And it'll always be a little bit unique for you. But there are certain basic rules. You want to look for what people are struggling with, what they want in life. You know, sometimes you talk to people about making $10,000 a month and they don't think it's realistic because they've been working all their life and they're only making $5,000 a month. And that's really working hard and 40 hours a week and whatever else. And for whatever reason, that is like a glass ceiling for them. So if you're talking to them about 10 grand a month, they're going to switch off straight away. On the other hand, if you're talking to a doctor or a surgeon or a barrister, a lawyer that's making $20,000 a month, and you talk to them about $2,000 a month, they're going to switch off because they think, oh, I can't be bothered with it. You know, if I'm going to make money, I want to make some real money. So you've got to talk to them about a different thing, and you have to try and separate the people. But you've always got to be doing something that is income producing, and quite simply, as I said, that is sharing your link and giving people a reason to click your link. And there are things that you can do that are generic as well if you're just sort of using a shotgun approach. You know, if you're interested in generating additional income or want more time to spend with your family, check this out. I think you'll find it interesting. Could be generic, you know, because pretty much everybody that's online that would see that either wants more money or wants more time, then they're going to be interested. I'm not saying that everybody that is interested is going to click your link, but at least it's there and it gives people the chance, you know. And it gives you a chance because you're not talking up to people or down to people. You're just throwing something generic out. So you have to do that. And you have to, as I say, understand that the timing's got to be right for people to get involved in something. As David has just mentioned there, you know, you have to just keep at people until the timing is right for them, or something that you've got just clicks a switch for them, you know. Sometimes it can be a quote, you know. There's a saying, when the student is ready, the master appears. And it can be somebody totally different that, you know, you suddenly hit something that relates to them. You know, it can be a quote by somebody that they've read their book and they're interested in this person. They see the quote and the quote resonates with them. It can be all sorts of things. And the more you do it, the more you'll learn. But it's good to also read different books, and it's good. I mean, it's old hat, you may think, when people say, write down your goals. I write mine down every day. It takes me about 20 minutes every day in the morning to write down everything that I am working towards, and you've got to write them in a positive manner as well. You know, like you've got to write them in the present tense. Whatever it is, you know, you might be wanting to make $5,000 a month. You don't write, I am going to make $5,000 a month by doing this, this, and this. You say something along the lines of, I'm happy and grateful to now be generating $5,000 a month through being of service to all the people that I meet, and particularly those in need of what I have to offer. You know, it's got to be in the present tense, and you've got to keep on at it and keep on at it, because the more you repeat it, and the writing it helps you get it registered in your mind, and the more you repeat it and get it registered in your mind, the more it will eventually get into your subconscious mind. And once it gets into your subconscious mind, things will start happening for you. But you still keep at it, because it'll go from your subconscious to your superconscious. And when that happens, you start manifesting whatever it is. So it's all about repetition of the things that you want. And as I say, writing them down is good, because it takes not only, you know, you can write it, you can be saying it out loud. That way you're hearing it, you're thinking it, you're writing it. It's, you know, it's getting 3 of your senses involved in getting it into your mind. So it is important. But you have to apply action. You can't just be positive and take no action. You have to take action, and it won't always be the right action. Sometimes you'll get results that aren't conducive to what you wanted. But you've learned from that, and it is a learning process. Okay. Let's have a look at that. We've got some more. Sam, hope that is not the beginning of non-payment for those who paid for Share Hope Plan. That was Harmony. I don't know what you're talking about, Sam. We pay everybody commissions, and we pay through the Share Hope Plan, and there we go. If that's what you think, Sam, you're wasting your time being here. Just go away and find another shiny object, and then another, and then another, and eventually you'll realize that you should have been here all the time. God bless. Hi, Graham. WSA Share Hope says CSRF token mismatch when trying to sign in. I think you're trying to sign in at the wrong place. We've moved quite a while ago to sharehope.weshareabundance.com. So you need to sign in at the right place. If you go to the Share Hope page, it's got a link to the page where you sign in. and it's got information on the plan and everything. Okay. Can you please type the link? Go to the share. I can't send it to you anyway because you won't get it. You're not here with us in. Oh yes, you are. I don't know what it is. Let me see if I can find it quickly. Share Hope Power. Okay. There you go. That's the page, and it's got a link on there to the member area as well. It shouldn't give you an error. Let me check. No, it's all working as far as I can see. It's working for me. So I don't know why you're getting an error. If you continue to get it with the correct link, then you're going to have to put in a support ticket. Okay. Right. Let's give you some numbers before I forget to do those. Seems I've taken them out for you. 777 plan still very slow. People are not filling the boxes in. An increase of 3 in the last 24 hours. 44,941. People are also not promoting it, because if they were, that would be going up. It's $5 to get involved in the 777 plan. It's a single payment plan, and you earn a $4 commission, 80% commission. You should be able to bring in 20 people, 30 people a month. But it's up to you. If you want to make money, it's there for you. We have also an increase of 17 in our registered members to 52,349. Same is reflected in the active member count, increased by 17, 3,235. An increase of 1 in the Share Hope Powerline plan to 799. I don't think we've ever hit 800 yet. We are getting close. We have an increase of 2 in the Easy Team Builder to 1,020. That will be going up in price. I can't give you a date, but it will be before the end of this month. So if you're not in it, or you've got people that aren't in it, tell them to get in it now. It'll save them $10. We have an increase of 1 also in the Success Blueprint to 65. We have people that get in and we have people that drop out. We shouldn't get people that join that do drop out, because we try and make it clear what you've got to do. It's certainly not a passive program. But the best way to build that Success Blueprint plan is through the best plan ever, because everybody that comes in there, I'm trying to get something more on that page. I think I added something, can't remember whether it was yesterday or today on that page, but there will be more information coming on that page. But everybody that gets involved in there, you don't have to sell anything except the idea of becoming wealthy at no cost by simply helping people, by giving them a start in their business with a $5 gift. So you've got to get in that plan, and then people that you don't even have to be in it yourself, but you are in it really. When you refer people, once that plan goes live, well, even now, and since the 4th of May, everybody that you refer will generate a commission for you, and it will pay them $5. In fact, more people will get $5, but we can't pay commissions on them prior to the 4th of May. But if you've got people in your downline that are KYC verified, they're going to get a $5 boost into their wallet, but they've got to get it up to $12.50 to get into the Success Blueprint plan paid in. So they've got to introduce 8 people at $1 each. Not that it's costing $1 each, they're making a commission of $1 each. They're giving people $5 and they're earning $1. 8 people, add that $8 to your $5, that's $13. You pay your $12.50, or it'll automatically pay you into the Success Blueprint. But you want to get those 8 people that you've referred doing the same. And that's 8 people following you into the Success Blueprint. And it's absolutely massive how that can grow. And it's not costing anybody anything out of pocket. Yeah, they will have to repay out of their commissions, but I don't think anybody's going to object too much to a $20 deduction from their commissions that they spent nothing on, and when they're getting initially hundreds of dollars and later thousands of dollars. And it's only a one-time deduction from their commissions because it's a one-time thing that we give. So it's a really, really powerful plan, but you've got to make it work. You know, it's like having a Lamborghini in your drive. If you don't put any fuel in, it won't go anywhere. So you've got to do a little bit of work, but it's not really hard work. It's not difficult. It's helping people. And if you don't want to help people, you're in the wrong place being here, quite honestly. Okay. Dustin, who was asking the question, by the way, is from Arizona in the United States. That is the Powerline site, Dustin. I cannot get into the We Share Abundance ShareHook Powerline site anymore, the site where we paid $10 a month. Is it? I've just given you the link to it, Dustin. It's no good emailing me. If you can't get in, you're using the wrong link. Okay? And I've just put a link in here for you, and it works for me. It works for everybody else. But if you're still having difficulty, put in the support ticket and they'll sort it out for you. But you want to give full details and information. But if you're using the right link, you get in. Okay. In fact, this man is living on other people's money. Sam is a pain. He's gone. Okay. Right. The only thing we've got left to do, I think, is to That link takes me to We Share Abundance. It is We Share Abundance and the Powerline Plan are all one and the same. We're all part and parcel of the same thing, Dustin. That link is the correct link to give you the information on the Share Hope Powerline Plan and to and there is a link on the page to the members area as well. I don't have time to answer questions and look at email while we're on a live, Dustin. If you can't get in, put in a support ticket. Okay. I don't want screenshots here either. I don't deal with them. It's a support issue if you can't log in. There's no reason why you can't log in. I gave you the link. Somebody else has given you another link. If you're still having trouble, put in a support ticket. It's not something we can do. Okay. So let's find somebody to give some money to. I'm going to do a screen share now to random.org. And we should get that coming up soon. It's there, I think. Okay, so here we go. We're going to select a number. It could be 2, could be 2428. It could be anything in between. And when I say we, of course, it's the website random.org. Are going to generate a number randomly. And here we go. It's 1864. I'm going to put that in the spreadsheet. And I'm going to stop sharing here, and I'm going to come back and we do another screen share. For the spreadsheet. Okay, and that should be coming up any minute now. And it's there. So there we go, 1864. Let's see who it is. One 864. And that will be a $60 payment. Okay, we've got a match there. Let's just make sure that these are showing. So Sheriff Booba is the member, going to get $60 because he's not in Poverty Crusher, Share Hope, or the Easy Team Builder. And Uche 3D, provided he's in the list here, will get a matching $60 as the sponsor. So there we are. That's the people for today who've benefited from our random withdrawals. You can stop sharing that now. Congratulations to you. Nankiep says the fund miracle. Oh, fun miracle. Fun miracles, yeah. I had a conversation with them today, and I think it should be sorted out by tomorrow. And hopefully I'll be emailing everybody to get testing on Fun Miracle site. tomorrow. Fingers crossed for that. It has been dragging on quite a long time. Okay, I think we're done, folks, unless there are any more questions. And I can't see any more questions. Yep. Okay. Great. So I'll be here tomorrow, as usual, same time, same place, 7 p.m. Our link streaming onto YouTube and ShareHope group. We share abundance publicly. Until then, 2 things. Share your link and give them a reason to click it. God bless.